believers of Christ. Hope you're doing well. So today I'll be taking you guys through Genesis chapter 9 verse 9, and it says, I now establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you. That's the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So this verse has 7 main teachings or lessons we can take away from it. The first one, God initiates covenants. The covenant is God's initiative, showing that faith begins with God reaching out to humanity. The second teaching, faith involves trusting God's promises. God's covenant assures continuity, teaching that faith requires confidence in God's commitment. The third teaching, God's plan extends to future generations. The covenant includes Noah's descendants, emphasizing that God's promises often have long-term implications. The fourth teaching, obedience is integral to covenant relationships. Receiving God's covenant requires living in alignment with His will, showing that faith involves active compliance. The fifth teaching, God's commitment is reliable. Establishing a covenant demonstrates that God is faithful and trustworthy. The sixth teaching, faith brings security and assurance. The covenant provides safety and guidance, teaching that trusting God brings spiritual security. The seventh teaching, covenants reflect God's intentionality. God intentionally includes humanity in His plan, showing that faith recognizes God's purposeful design. We as Christians should trust that God initiates relationships and opportunities. We as Christians should place confidence in God's promises and faithfulness. We as Christians should consider how our faith impacts future generations. We as Christians should live in obedience to honor God's covenant. We as Christians should rely on God's reliability in all areas of life. We as Christians should draw assurance and security from God's promises. We as Christians should recognize God's intentional plan in our lives and respond faithfully. So that's all I had for today, guys. Thank you very much, and as usual, God bless.